Are we rolling? I sure hope so. Another Sunday, another instance of dragging stuff around. So, last time we did have a little problem with the audio, which I'm sure hoping we are not having today. The Vista changed a little as well. So on today's menu, well, pretty much going through the stuff we missed last time because the audio was not working. Then finishing the mostly, or let's just say most beautiful clothes stands we started last time. And then we'll go about adding in actual walls instead of those prototype ones and decorating Louise's room a little bit more. So the clothes stand is pretty much done. Just need to combine everything together and do the UVs. So we do have 4 colors at our disposal for one material, and we're making sure to use all of them. Alright. I have been talking about this last time as well. Got mangled in the audio as mentioned before, but we don't actually need to have pretty looking UVs. We just need to have any UVs to mesh them all into quadrants with corresponding colors. And this is actually gonna be all we are doing right here. Look at the stuff that's gonna be a different color. Okay. And single it out basically. Those things right here. It's very important for everything to have a detailed but low poly clothes stand in your science fiction game. If your science fiction game does not have a clothes stand, I'm not buying it. Easy as. Okay. I think that's no, these. Need to do these as well. I'm just such a big fan of Mark Sharp and Mark Seam overlays to overlay each other, so you don't know whether you have just one or both. It's phenomenal. Okay, those are all just one color. Alright. So there's no actual need to unwrap all those things. They are just gonna be one color anyway. Let's say this is the main color. These also get the main color. These, okay, they are mirrored. These will actually need to be unwrapped. Oh wow. Okay, I still might have to do some seams here because as you see nothing. Just cut those things up. Still terrible. Okay. But these here should actually be what I'm looking out for, because they are going to get a different color. These here are just getting the main color, so okay. These are gonna get color 3. As well as those guys. Let's see how terrible it's gonna look. Very much so. Okay. Okay, so those are also gonna be here. Those are correct where they are. Ah yeah, those are the caps as well. So they are going here. Those guys are actually gonna be color number 4. Same thing here. Guessing those are the caps. Did I miss something here though? Let's see if those are the caps. They are not. Okay, let's start this here from scratch. This should be obvious. Yeah, but there's really no way to shorten those things. And I did get the entirety of those to be cut off. Loving stuff like that. Okay, it's this face here, so I got it. I can just make this color number 4. Alright, this should actually be it for the UVs. And we're just joining everything. Let us be a little bit more forward here, just forward thinking. Keep the original and just join all those friends, just in case. And here's our mesh. Wonderful. I did obviously do an export of this, but I actually forgot what I named the test mesh, so I cannot simply re-import it. But alas, there has been worse. Just gonna import this real quick. And it didn't work because I did select what I wanted to export though. There's no armature, no animation. Why? Ah yeah, because I can't click. But clicking is such an overrated skill. Okay. We replaced the model. Now let's add, need to actually make a material first. Just quickly doing this on the other screen. Okay, multicolor material. Close stand. Okay. Doesn't it look great? But I did actually forget to unwrap this one. Okay. It's just gonna assign colors really quick. I want the main color to be just slightly off-white. Gonna make it a little darker than it's supposed to be because of the post-process. Okay, this actually just black. These are gonna be a nice gnarly red. Also a little bit darker than they need to be. Okay. And the screws, gonna get a slightly bluish gray. Metallic style. Okay, let's also add some collision real quick. Just make that a little bit smaller because it's gonna look a little bit strange. With the pushing if I don't do that. Center 40, 42, so 81. Alright, here's our beautiful clothes stand. And we are not actually pushing because it's not high enough, which is perfect. Okay, just gonna correct those bad UVs. And then part 1 is done for today. Okay, here you go. You shall be white in your entirety. Now my phone is ringing. Great. Okay, we're gonna pause real quick. One moment, please. Okay, we are back. Um, I'm very sorry, but I had to take this one. Alright. And here we go. Attempt number 2. And if I'm not mistaken, we should be able to just re-import it. And it's looking correct. Wonderful. Just gonna make this red a little bit less saturated. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Menu item 1 done. Close stand. It's beautiful, isn't it? Alright. So then let's just do a quick recap of what we showed off last time, but what we have had problems with. So we made this little cupboard here, which is a version of this cupboard, but without the sink and with the two drawers missing. So it's just like a board, and here are 2 blocks to simulate the corner piece, and with this we do have a complete kitchen. Yeah, we also did a more modern radiator. I had this done off stream, this nightstand and shelf, and also this shelf, and we did put all those floors and the pole into the wardrobe. I think I also showed off this wood. I'm doing the quotation marks right now, this wood material, which is based on a noise. Yeah, that's the wrong materials folder. Someday I'll have to clean up, but today is not this day. So this is the material, pretty simple. It's just a long grainy noise paired with a normal noise to jumble the UVs a little, and this is used to blend 2 colors together. So pretty simple stuff, but I think it's actually looking very good for a stylized wood, especially with the bigger grain here. We also did show this new material that I made. The one I've been using so far has been this 4-color material, which just basically centers the texture coordinates, rounds them off to make 4 distinct quadrants, and then mask the green and red channel off to be able to lurk between 4 colors, which is actually enough for most stuff, but not all the time. So I also made a version with 8 and 16 colors. I think the maximum possible thing to make would be 64 colors with this, but it's really a giant material, as you can see. This is a little bit more involved than the 4-color one. This is 16 colors. It's pretty much a bit mask for all the with a quantized texture coordinate, and this is determining values to lerp between all the colors. And then here is we're also quantizing between 2 colors on the green channel, like the it's easier to see here. All the colors are the same here, so it's just 8 by now. But if I change this blue here to something else, yeah, you can see it's these stripes on the upper and the lower half, so 16 colors. And what this is gonna do is save me a ton of draw calls on things that have simple colors, but like many of them, you know. No, not gonna save. So yeah, and as you saw before, the student storm is now in the sky between some floating islands. Those floating islands were free on the asset store, or are still free on the asset store, and I had been planning to make the demo on a dream kinda thing, because it's, as I said before, not gonna have to do anything with the actual game. And I actually liked the idea of having all the demo take place on like a bunch of floating islands, but I think I'm gonna replace this one with just landscape. It's gonna be the main stretch of nature, if you will. You're not gonna see this from below. Therefore, we don't actually need all those words on the ground. Alright. Louise's room. Or let's just start out with walls. I think I do have some on the actor palette. Just have to find it again. Was it tools? Yeah, it was tools. I just have been doing so little level design and so much everything else that I still don't have a good overview of all the level design tools. Alright. So I did have here windows and doors, but no walls in here. And something just bugged out. I think it's the material. Oh well, just gonna drag in door frame and window frame. My computer just really dislikes having the actor palette open. But who would blame him? He is old. I think 8 years. Yeah, I think 8 years. It's 8 years old. So it's well in its right to complain here. Getting rid of some walls. So which is this symmetrical? I think so. Alright. I just need to find out which asset pack I took this from. So I can get all the actual walls. they have collision. Should actually make room to try it out if I want to try it out, shouldn't I? Okay. Yeah, looks like it. Alright. So, static mesh wall. Modular bakery shop, yeah. Yeah, but I don't actually think I need extra walls. Those are just cubes with the top side removed. Okay. I can keep using those. This is just 0.5. Okay, have been stupid here. We are scaling uniformly, which we shouldn't be doing. So how thick are those? 20, right? 20, yeah. Okay, right now those are 4 meters. So let's just make it 3.5. No, that was wrong. It's just need to see the concrete wall material. I'm just gonna borrow the material here. And I will have a look. Or maybe let's just not do that. Yeah, this is indeed just one color. So no need to keep I was just gonna say a foreign material, but it's not. It's just some. Yeah, I'm rambling. Let's just say glaze. This does work on everything. Perfect. Or let's not just for the sake of it. Let's also just call it concrete wall. Let's make it a little bit darker. Perfect. All right. Okay. Two. All right. Did a better job guessing. All right, 3.5 meters. So much more cozy right away, isn't it? Okay. This is 4 meters. This was also stupid. So I'm just gonna put in all the doors first. Then we can fit all the walls around the doors, which should be a little bit more manageable. Alright, this is gonna get a special door. Then we do indeed have all the doors. Okay, so I actually need to see where to put windows. Maybe here one more. Or let's just say this is the only window which does, yeah, I think we are keeping it at this window. That's making it a little bit easier for me when doing the outside view. As you can see, we are on a floating rock, which I want to try to disguise for the start portion. Okay. So So this actually has to be 3 meters. No. 5.5. Okay, but I'm a little bit stupid making the roof too high. It's a little bit annoying that the fuck. Okay. It's a little bit annoying that the door is just 3 meters high. But I think I'm gonna just yeah, with the window as well. Not gonna do this here. But I'll just make this a little bit taller in Blender. Yeah, that's fine. Five, 3.5, 3.5. So these are okay. I'd say these are very high walls if you are in first person. So let's see how we're looking in 3 meters. This this does look more reasonable. But in this case I do have to change out the window a little. These are too high now. Slightly too high now. Looks like I have to make this thing a little bit smaller. Well, it is quite giant. So let's say 0.9. Yeah. this 0.9. Yeah, I think that's okay. But it actually should not have scaled uniformly. So 3. Is this 3 meters? It should be. But yeah, okay, there's a gap. It's not higher, it's just a gap. What the fuck is the length in this though? Okay, weird. No, it's not 5.8 because 20 in the walls. Okay. It was just stupidity. I just want to see real quick. Let's just take a random wall piece. Make it 0.2 in height. Just want to see real quick how it looks with the 3 meter high ceiling. Yeah, it's reasonable, I'd say. Not so much in third person, but it's not as bad as I expected it to be. Yeah, we're going 3 meters here, it's better. Looking almost like a room. And I'm totally aware I should just change the pivot, but that would be too easy, wouldn't it? Okay. Those rooms here are gonna contain something not related to the student dorm. Maybe, or maybe just like tools, materials, some kind of oh man, I forgot the word where you put stuff to get them later. Storage. That was the wrong axis. 2 meters for number 2. Because I keep forgetting that the door does actually take up some space. But I'm kinda not here for remembering stuff, but it's leisure time. I haven't decided yet what to put on the floor. Maybe just, oh man, what's the word? Let me just check, because that's very much specific. Oh, it's also called linoleum in English, okay. So I think I'm just gonna put linoleum because that's what I know from student dorms looks actually absolutely terrible, but that's what you get, at least in Germany. So if you are living somewhere not in Germany, comment what is your, or put in the chat what is your flooring of choice for student dorms. All white walls, it's gonna be amazingly cozy. I think I have to find some art pieces, or I think posters or something to put on the walls. The bathroom could actually get more of a bathroom colored wall, and I think I will actually make another wall just with different UVs, so I can have a texture for like man, what's the word? Tiles. Yeah, I need tiles here. In the bathroom as well. So I'll just keep these walls here, the blue prototype grid for now. 6.3. Perfect fit. Right. Yeah, this is the reality of game development, isn't it? Pure art. Okay, 6 is too much. 5.8. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8. I cannot count, obviously. 7. All right. This should actually look way more like dorm room. Yeah, nice. Okay. Next thing we're changing out is gonna be the flooring. Well, this is not okay at all. Alright. The exit, as I said, it's gonna get its own thing. Okay. The Nolium should actually be easy to do. Let's just make a new material real quick. And this should actually be done. Okay, fully rough. Every material I'm using is actually fully rough, so no specular and roughness and all that good stuff. go. Just close off the useless stuff real quick. Then just gonna get some noise and a lerp. This is going to be the tint marbling. Let's just look for some noise. I think this actually might work well. This might even be enough already. Just gonna drag this to the other screen so we can see what's happening here. Let's just say the tint main is gonna be some dark blue. And the marbling tint is gonna be some brighter blue. Okay. Okay, just make the tint main white here. Or let's say tint main is black, because that's what's gonna be dark. Gonna do the good practices here and make a scale up parameter for the tiling. Looks like this might actually work well by just flipping those two around. Okay. This does look terrible. Okay, let's see. What if I kept it this way, made this really bright, the marbling tint really dark, Yeah, this is kinda what we are looking for. This is too much. Yeah, sorta kinda right. Yeah, it's more subtle here. So this is the marbling. I actually want it to be brighter. Yeah, then the other part. Okay, and also make this one more blue. Okay, how about that? This does look like linoleum. A little bit more tiling maybe. No, too obvious. Alright, but I think this is gonna be thrown off anyway once I change out the plane here to be a better fit. Which I think I shall do now. This is working. No, it is not. I do want different flooring in the kitchen. So this is not gonna suffice. But I reckon when I now put a different plane of a different size here, is this 2 meters? Ah, wrong. Like 2 meters. Yeah, the tiling is way different, so I need to actually make this world aligned. Okay, but that's not a problem. Okay. So okay, is it actually C that I need for flooring? Yes, it is. All right. Okay. Wonderful. I still don't like the color of the marbling, it's a little bit too purple for my taste. Yeah, that's better. The contrast could actually be a little lower. Yeah, well, whatever. It is what it is for now. Falling through the map, done. Staple of every game, right? Okay. Will I ever learn? Probably not. But where are we now? Within how? Okay, before I'm falling through the floor even more often, better close this thing off. We're keeping the prototype grid here, just pretending it's tiles. Alright. And for the bathroom, I do have this nice material already. Let me just make a plane real quick before we proceed. Yeah, 4 meters. By 5. Where did I put it? Not here. Do I have this on Louise somewhere? Yes. The M flannel material, which is also cool. This is procedural flannel. I made a material function here that basically makes this checkerboard with 2 half values, 1 0 and 1 full value. So we get this cool, not checkerboard pattern, but flannel pattern. And I think I can use this for the bathroom floor. just move this somewhere else. Where it actually belongs. This is obviously entirely the wrong color scheme for a bathroom. Well, what would a bathroom actually... It's mostly blue as well, right? But the linoleum is also blue. It's too green. I think we could do like cyan-ish, but more white. Okay. Does this look like a bathroom? Sort of. It's a little bit stretched though, because they are not, the checkers are not world aligned. They are actually pinched by UVs. I don't like it. This looks strangely disorienting. Also too blue. I mean, this is almost white. That's more like an actual bathroom floor, I guess. Oh well, we'll just keep it like that for now. Maybe even a little bit less blue. Maybe we should just change out the walls. to see if there's something that fits better. Because it still looks kinda blue even if I make the white checkers entirely white. So this should just be black and white now. Still looks blue. This shouldn't actually. Now it's all square, which does look better. Okay. That's alright, I guess. Okay, walls. Those are 5 meters. And those are 4. 3.8. Yeah, it's still looking kind of bluish, but I think this is from actually the color grading that I'm using. Yeah, in the sun it does look white. Okay. Maybe I should just use regular checkers here, but I'll try that out on my own. And also, what kind of finish? Does one call this finish on walls? Whatever. What should be on the walls should be my problem in my own time. Now, let's see if we can put some decorations into Louise's room. For now, maybe some nice little clutter. I'm on the other screen here, and my my graphics card is melting. It's blowing hot air against my ankle. This is all kitchen stuff. Here's some office stuff. That's what I've been looking for. This is supposed to be a clock here. Putting this in the kitchen though. Where it belongs. Because what psychopath does own a wall clock for their room? Nobody does. That's who. Okay, I still want to change or swap out this thing here, but I don't actually have anything yet. So any ideas are welcome. Or let me just say, all ideas are welcome. Got all the kitchen stuff over here, but not really anything to decorate desks. But I think I do have shelves. Shelves should be somewhere here. Which direction is this now? Okay, it's the correct direction. Which height should a shelf like this actually be? I feel like also nobody would put it over their bed. I do want this though. Let's just have it here for now. We need a sports bag or something like that. Yes, Louise's bag. No, we should actually not put that in here because then I'd have to put her outdoor model in this. Yeah, well, why not? You know, why not? Let's have it in here. But I think man, I don't even know. I've got through so many iterations of Louise. Yeah, it's on accessories. have the backpack here. Make it a little bit bigger. For the world. Doesn't need to be this big when we're actually wearing it. Then some cardboard box. Okay. What else does one have? I need a laptop or something like that. Let's just say this is a bin. It's supposed to be a waste, but I don't actually have a bin, so let's just take this for a bucket. Really love how slow my PC is with 2 windows open in Unreal. Yeah, a bunch of books, all those shelves, but I really don't know where to put them. This I really don't feel like is a good place. I think I had pencils and stuff like that somewhere. But where? The ultimate question. I think it's somewhere in the asset zoo with all the materials that don't work. So just so you can see what I'm seeing here in the asset zoo, for some reason the material's not working. These are all the clutter assets that I curated. Some of them are in here already, you've seen them. But the materials have broken pretty much everywhere, and some things are, for that reason, really not to be seen. These are food items. On one of those tables, I had a whole bunch of office stuff like pencils, we can put this in. This is nice. This those blinds here are actually... Okay, I think this is the correct direction. Don't know. 'Cause the materials ain't working. Just put in some gray or something. These should definitely be this way around. Should they? No. I'm confused. I think this is how it's supposed to work. Or at least sorta. Let's just do this for the window frame. Yeah. The door frames can get this as well for now. Well, at least we're starting to look like a room, don't we? Okay. I think that's gonna be it for today. No, it's not. There's one thing I need to show off urgently. And that is Louise got a new walking animation because I was really not happy with the old one. And I like this one very much. I think it looks really good. The nice thing is I've got enough practice now that this did not take like 2 or 3 full days, but I think 2 hours or 2.5, which is still long enough. Especially for an animation you're barely going to see, because walking is really, well, slow. But alas. Alright, so this is this is actually gonna be it for today. Next week we're gonna continue. In the meantime, I'll start implementing blinking and also facial animation. We got a bunch. I can show this as well. I think I did show it last time, but it also got mangled. This is the test level. You've seen it before. And we can now look at stuff by right-clicking, and it will give us subtitles, and once I have it, also sound cues. Yeah, okay, so on every time I want to go, there's something new that plops up in my head. So what I also managed to do was not just having drawers and all that, and containers are actually old, but containers are now lockable, as well as drawers and also doors. I'm not gonna scroll through there now, it's all the same. So I can say locked here, then I cannot open it, and it will say, oh my god, it will say locked. and the inner workings of this are actually pretty easy. So the adventuring system or puzzle system as of now works with the hotbar. I can have some item whatever in my backpack. Let me just show this off real quick. Get the meter here, put it in the hotbar, and when it's there I can pull it out, and then this is in my hand, and when I press interact on this drawer, it will check, is it locked? If so, do I have the item to unlock it with, and should it be the meter here, then the meter would get destroyed and the drawer would open. So very much adventuring. Alright, now that's really it for today. I'm hoping for a productive next week, and at the latest we'll meet again next Sunday.